right, so we're back. So what's going on?
Not much, man. How you been?
I've been all right, just here watching the weekly news and seeing what's going down, what's going down with WB and everything that they are right now like messing up on. It's
What else is new?
nuts. Yeah, right, exactly. It's pretty wild, you know. It's like I just don't get it,
Did
honestly.
you hear the news about James Gunn not showing up to what's that Brazilian Comic Con or something?
Yeah,
Not
yeah,
we're not gonna show a trailer.
that's crazy, man.
I know.
Like I
At
am,
this point, you would think they would have something like some teaser by now,
yeah.
but
And then he says that he has the file on his hard drive, but he doesn't want to put it out there.
well,
And
do you know what I think he's gonna do? You've been watching Superman and Lois, right?
no, I haven't been watching it.
Well, you know this series is about to end in a few weeks. I bet you on the last episode he's gonna drop like some sort of teaser to
Oh,
take the
okay.
attention away from that to for his
Yeah,
shit, because
probably. Yeah,
that's how Gunn is.
yeah. He's always he wants the attention on him. It always has to be. He has to be the center of attention.
Just like last week, he did with when the Penguins final aired. Immediately dropped like a new Creature
Yeah,
Commandos trailer. Shit, I'm like,
yeah, yeah. It's no surprise. We know how James Gunn likes to roll, and he likes to do all his little things. So I'm not surprised.
speaking of which, did you saw Penguin?
Yeah, but I didn't like it honestly.
Yeah, me neither. I thought the final was kind of underwhelming. I was just
It's
like, they only showed like the bat signal at the end.
that was the most dumbest thing. I was like, that's it.
Yeah,
Like, where has he been? You know, all this time. It's wild, man. Honestly, I'm just like, you know what? I'm done with this whole DC and everything that they're trying to do. I'm like, I don't even know what they are
I
anymore.
know, and I'm like, I see all these people who are obviously Snyder haters or,
Yeah,
just overhyping that garbage. And I'm like, we've already seen this thing done in Gotham. I'm
yeah,
like, how is this like peak DC? Like,
exactly.
if
That's why I'm
anything,
like,
Gotham did it better. Dude,
yep.
this is like, what the fuck?
That's what I'm saying. You know, this whole thing with Matt Reeves. Look, honestly, I'm not a fan of Matt Reeves. I don't like his work. Look, he's done what's the movie with the monkeys and the apes or whatever.
Yeah,
I've never seen one of them. I've seen the trailers. Don't drag my attention. They don't get my interest. I just don't care about it.
I
And
know, right?
you
Me
know,
neither.
I'm just not interested in it.
If
And
anything, I'm
TN,
I'm a fan of the older Planet of the Apes films, not this new stuff. That's all CGI crap.
yeah, and even the old ones, I still haven't seen them just because they're not my thing. I've never been able to get into movies where it's like talking monkeys and apes and gorillas. I'm like, yeah, nah. The same like with zombies and stuff. So it's like I'm just not interested in those type of movies. But
Yeah.
honestly, what Matt Reeves is doing, he's just literally copying what we've already seen. Like you said in Gotham, it's already been done. We've seen it already in what Christopher Nolan did. Everything he's doing, he's just recycling, but he's just showing his point of view. And it's like, all right, that's it. Like the movie, The Batman was boring as hell. Like I've only seen it probably, and I was pushing myself. The first time I saw it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be bad. And then when it was done, I was like, this was terrible. I tried rewatching it again. I started falling asleep. It's just boring, man. I'm like, yo, like who is this trying? Who's the audience for this? And all these people that are now coming out saying, oh, that's cinema. No, it's not. He just has a nice camera. That's why it looks real good with the quality. But his Batman is garbage. His universe is trash, and everything he's trying to portray is just like it's just not interesting. I'm like, damn, this is boring. And then he drags with the Penguin show, and then the last 5 seconds they just show the bat symbol. That's it. Like, where is Batman through all the episodes? And then it's just completely just like it's out of order, man. You could tell there's chaos behind the scenes over at WB.
Exactly. And they keep saying like, oh, they didn't want to pay Robert Pattinson for a cameo, but I bet you it was James Gunn who told him like, no, I don't want you to have Robert Pattinson show up in the show.
Of course, of course. They're screwing around with with his vision and whatever he's trying to do. And honestly, I'm glad, and whoever gets offended by that, that's their problem. Honestly, like now
Hmm.
people are going to feel what we Snyder fans feel. They robbed us. Now they're gonna do the same thing to Matt Reeves. They're gonna screw him over. Don't think that James Gunn isn't going to screw over Matt Reeves. He's gonna do it. He's just waiting for the right time, and you can see the shady moves already.
Yeah,
James
exactly.
slithering, and
Well, it's
that's
just like
what he
that
does.
shit was. This was all supposed to be Ben Affleck's stuff, but
Exactly.
Matt
Yep.
Reeves robbed us from that.
Thank you. Exactly. This is why I personally not and will not support Matt Reeves, because all of that was supposed to be the ideas what Zach had with Ben Affleck and everything we were going to get for the DCEU. We are supposed to get all these spin-off shows. We are supposed to get Batman. We are supposed to get Arkham Asylum. We are supposed to get everything, exploring all of the characters and like doing this what is it they call Rogues
Yeah,
Gallery or whatever.
just like how
And
that Krypton show was supposed to be a prequel to Man of Steel, but
yeah,
Jeff Johns like literally through that shit like decided to like cancel, like not cancel the show, but he decided to, when he came into power, he decided to make it like not make it as a prequel to Man of Steel.
yeah, that's crazy. But honestly, you know what? I have no sympathy for this company anymore, and I'm glad that it's going down. Honestly, they need
Yeah,
new leadership. That's it. Somebody new needs to come and buy it, and I have a feeling that it's going to be Universal. I mean, not Universal. Comcast. Comcast is the one that I think is going to end up buying the whole studio, not just part of it. I think they're going to end up owning the whole brand of Warner
yeah,
Brothers. I think they're going to acquire them in the end. And
yeah.
the
I hope
rumor is
so.
that David Zaslav is trying to sell it by sometime next month in December, because it's just too much and they're in too much debt. They can't get out of it. They can get out. They just choose not to because they want to do all these pointless reboots and spin-offs, and all this crap is just adding up so much, and it's biting them. It's caught up. And it's like, what can you do now? You're
They
gonna
are.
have to
So it's like
wholesale.
all seriously just they all like they're sabotaging their own company just because they have a hatred for Snyder and the fandom.
Exactly. That's what it is. That's exactly what it is. The same thing was happening. Remember with when Zach was there, they were so focused and like just on top of Zach because they don't like quality. You have to remember that. And I'm still convinced to this day that inside of WB, there's people that are undercover working from the inside for Marvel, and they're just sabotaging everything from the inside out, so nothing could work. That's what I think is happening completely, and it's crazy. Did you hear the new rumor now? It just came out today. Now that we're on the topic with Batman and stuff, apparently, there's this lady. I don't know who she is. I just saw a post. I forgot to save it. She's apparently going to be Clayface, and they're going to do this whole sex swap and make that person into a portrayal of Clayface. And apparently, she came out in the Penguin. I don't remember her, the lady with like some blonde hair. She was dressed in white or something. And that's supposed to be Clayface. That's I guess getting information about what happened to the Penguin's mom or something like that. So now people are speculating, saying that that's going to be that's gonna be the new Clayface. I'm like, why are they even
I
doing
don't
this?
really care.
you know
That's
but it shows you that's the whole point. Exactly what you said, a lot of fans are feeling like that. That's why I bring it up, because it's too much. Look, this whole thing, like I said, I'm not gonna get into the politic thing because I really don't care about it. But in the end, politics do affect Hollywood, and from what things are at right now, we've been following, like I said, I'm not gonna like jump into like
hmm
topic and stuff, but Hollywood influences and has a big influence over these movies in Hollywood here in the US. And people need to understand that now that things are shifting, I'm just trying to like walk on eggshells so nobody can say anything. Um, the woke era is over. That's it. It's over. And what James Gunn's trying to push and what DC's trying to promote and Marvel, they need to go back now and fix it, because it's not going to work. In 2025, it's all over. All that woke agenda era is done. Like, it's officially a wrap, and it's time to go
yeah.
back to where, the badass movies and all this greatness and all this quality is going to make a comeback. This is why I think and I see, if you look at the long run, the picture of Zack Snyder, he's back at WB. He's gonna be doing that prequel, or what is it, that show for 300. Now think about that. 300, straight up a man's show. That's a badass show. I mean, movie. So it's like you can't have woke content on that. Why would you even do that? And then now David Ayer is back. By him confirming not long ago, he put up those pictures of him at the water tower. So if they're both back, we haven't been hearing nothing. I'm speculating right now, but let's just say that this happens right now. We have Thanksgiving coming up and we have Christmas coming up. All right. Those are and New Year's, but those are the two biggest holidays right now. Remember a few years ago when Zack Snyder posted that picture before this whole thing with James Gunn? He put the picture and in the background it had what was it, that Crisis on Infinite Earth or something like
Final
that?
Crisis.
Yeah, Final Crisis. So everybody was speculating. And then of course everything started happening with Black Adam, and then of course James Gunn came in and things got screwed over. And then all that kind of got scrapped because of course James Gunn doing what James Gunn does. He screws everything over. So what if, let's just speculate, a big what if. What if right now we see something from Zack Snyder and he posts, because you know Zack is always cryptic with his pictures. Let's just say for laughs and giggles that Zack posts a picture again on Thanksgiving, connecting and relating to that, that same post, but with something else like saying, "Hey, I'm back," and like something is gonna change. You get what I'm saying? And that would be interesting. That would be an interesting take, like saying, "Hey, like I'm still here. Don't worry." And probably before the end of the year, we probably might hear an announcement, a picture, something to let us know. And we're probably gonna hear more in 2025. Like once everything is completely, started and stuff like that. So I think something is coming. Something is coming.
Yeah. Shit. I think we still have to wait a while though.
Nah, I don't think it's gonna be too long. Honestly, they look. WB cannot continue at the rate that they are right now. They just can't. Financially, they can't. This is why David Zaslav's trying to sell. If he sells from here to December, right? Because apparently he's trying to cash in the most that he can, but it's not going up yet because he wants 3 times the price. Are you gonna buy a product that's defective, but it's defective, but you can repair it, and you're gonna pay 3 times the price? Seriously, would you pay that, or would you wait until the person says, "Hey, look, I thought it over. I want to resell it to you, but I'm gonna give it to you at a cheaper price." You're gonna wait for the cheaper price, right?
Yeah.
That's it. That's exactly what I think Comcast is doing right now. Comcast is waiting to see how low they can buy WB overall, just the whole company of Warner Brothers. And of course, if they acquire Warner Brothers, they're gonna buy every other IP. They're gonna do like Disney. It's gonna be like a Disney takeover. Except Disney cannot come into this story, and Disney cannot buy because remember, here in the U.S., there's laws. A corporation cannot own everything. Disney cannot own everything. So when people say, "Oh, well, I want Disney to buy it," don't even say that because Disney is not even authorized to do that because they own so much. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this right here would be a huge win for
I don't even think
Comcast.
they should have bought Fox back then.
No, they did it because of the X-Men. That's the only reason why they did it. They didn't care about
And
everything else.
Fantastic.
I
I
mean,
know, but I feel like legally at that point they shouldn't have, because
oh
at that
yeah,
point they had Marvel, Star Wars, and even Hulu. Now at that point, it's
yeah.
just too much.
But remember, they want their IPs. If I was them, I would have been after it too. And now they're after Spider-Man. Look at how bad Sony has been doing with their movies. But the thing is, in the contract, I remember reading somewhere, I don't
Well,
remember,
Venom
this was
3's been
years
doing
ago.
well at the box office.
Right, exactly. That's the whole point. As long as Sony is putting material, it doesn't matter if it flops, if it succeeds. The point is that as long as Sony is fulfilling the contract in the sense of put out what is it, content every so often. This is why they're putting out the video game, with Spider-Man. They do DLC. They're fulfilling the contract. They're doing their part, and Marvel's getting a percentage from that. Disney's getting the percentage because remember, these people don't own the IP. They just own it for the video game and for the cinematic universe for what they're doing. This is why you don't have certain things and certain characters and certain, like, some characters from Sony cannot go into the MCU. And if they do, like they did with Tom Holland, they have to pay a big price. Disney has to pay a big price, or Sony has to pay a big price each to, you get what I'm saying, back and forth. This is why it's crazy too with how the hell you have and you own Spider-Man and most of the characters, but you can't have Spider-Man face off Venom? Like, you don't need Tom Holland. Bring in Andrew Garfield. Do one last movie with him. Make him face off. You have Carnage. You have Venom. You have Morbius. You have all these characters in your hand. Why isn't Sony capitalizing them? I'm like, I have no idea.
Because of Avia Rod.
You know what?
Because of Avia Rod.
I don't know. It's insane, man. It just gets to a point where it's like, really, like, come on, you guys have the biggest IPs. If Sony was smart, they could outperform right now Marvel. They can outperform them. They have Spider-Man. If they have Spider-Man going up against Venom, against what is it, Green Goblin, all these characters that they already have from the past, especially what we already saw in No Way Home. I mean, you have the multiverse, you're crying out loud. You don't have to bring in Tom Holland. You can just bring in Andrew
I was
Garfield. You got
well, they were
Toby.
trying to set up a Sinister Six movie back in the day with Garfield, but that didn't go
Yeah,
through after Amazing Spider-Man 2. But I feel like that was a mistake. They still should have just went forward with it.
right. Yeah, and No Way Home made up for that, so they're convinced. Now, what I see is going to happen is the following, because we're still floating around the same topic. Secret Wars is going to be massive. It's going to be so big that we don't even know how big it is.
You mean
It's going
Avengers
look.
Doomsday?
No, no, not Avengers Doomsday. Doomsday is just setting up. Secret Wars, when it leads up to everything, where everybody's gonna be in that thing. It's like what Zack Snyder was posting with that picture with what is it, Crisis Infinite, what is it called?
Final Crisis.
Final Crisis. Think about it. Final Crisis, you're supposed to have everybody that's in DC pretty much in that one epic big ass scene. I mean, world or whatever you want to call. And the same thing, and then the same thing with Secret Wars. Secret Wars, you have all the Spider-Man, Spider-Women, you have Iron Man, you have Venoms, you have everybody, you have X-Men, you have the Avengers, you have. It's crazy. It's wild. Like, have you ever seen one of those comics from the Secret Wars?
No.
It's insane. I suggest you look into it and you'll see how insane you have, like different variants of one character. So I see what Marvel is doing right now. They're setting everything up to that one big epic finale, that big saga that they're gonna be doing, which will be Secret Wars.
Yeah, but remember, he
And
said James Gunn is the Trojan horse. I think he's trying to do a Marvel and DC crossover with Kevin
yep,
Feige.
that's what I think it's gonna come to it. If we don't stop it
Because
now.
that's desperate as WB is, they need Marvel's help now to make money
Exactly.
for them.
Yep. Trying
But
to be like
us the
Marvel.
fans are the ones. Us the fans are getting screwed over because it's like, yo, we didn't ask for that. We just wanted a Zack Snyder's 5 movie arc with Darkseid
Yep.
against the League. Like, why is that so difficult? You know,
Yeah, that's what I'm telling
it's
you.
like
There's
you
people
guys
at
are just jumping ahead. You're like,
yeah.
you know,
That's what I'm saying. There's people inside of WB that are working for Marvel and Disney right now. Guaranteed. I don't have proof, but I know for sure that's what's going on. You remember seeing in Batman Returns when he's talking to Max Schreck in the table, and then he's like, "Oh, the Penguin runs the gang." I don't have proof, but I know he's the one that's doing it. That's the same thing with this. I know that there's people inside of WB that are working for Marvel and Disney. I don't have proof, but I know it because you can see, look at how everything is happening. I mean, how do you flop with all of your big IPs? It's just, it doesn't make sense. That's the only thing that's more logical.
yeah.
But this is crazy too, with this whole thing with James Gunn not wanting to be at that Comic Con Expo in Brazil. It just shows you, like, he doesn't care about any of this. He knows that his Superman is going to flop. Because while we're on this topic, think about that. Look, we have Fantastic Four, Jurassic World. They've already started the marketing. They're already on top of their game. They're putting out pictures, they're putting out, like updates. And Superman, nothing. And all James Gunn
Absolutely
can
nothing.
say, he's like, "Oh, I have it on my hard drive." Okay, put it out. What are you scared about? He
That's
doesn't
what
believe in his
I'm
own
thinking.
thing.
That's why he's gonna wait until Superman and Lois comes out, the final
Probably
episode.
that.
He's gonna steal the
Probably
spotlight from that shit.
either that, or he's gonna wait until the last episode of Creature Commandos to try to, like, put it in there. Because remember, they're supposed to connect. So I wouldn't be surprised if right after Creature Commandos, like probably the first episode, or after the last one, he's probably gonna release the trailer. Before
Yeah.
the end of the year, we're getting a trailer for sure. For sure, we're getting a trailer. From here to the 31st of December, something is gonna happen.
By
Watch,
the
we're gonna
way,
see a trailer.
I think that guy who plays Superman, what's his name?
David Cornsett?
Cornball Sweat.
Yeah.
I think he comes off being like a douchebag, like in behind the scenes, like videos he posts. Have
Yeah,
you
I've
noticed
seen.
that?
Yeah, yeah, he looked like a prick. Yeah,
It's
like,
like, you seen those videos where he's signing autographs and he's coming off like a dick to everyone?
yeah, yeah.
I'm like, dude, that is like the complete opposite of what Henry Cavill used to do. You know?
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
I'm
That's what
like,
I'm saying. Like these people are all in bed together. James Gunn, his cult following, and then David Cornsweet, and then you have the this stupid guy, the one that's always talking crap. He's like, "Oh, how's the boycotting going?" Haha, jokes on you, because the boycotting is working. Look at how everything is flopping. That's the best part about it. That's why it's like
wait, who asked that?
the guy, the Steve Aggie, whatever his name is, the one that's on Peacemaker, the big dude with the glasses.
I haven't watched that show, so I don't really care. You know, it's just
He's all over the pictures with James Gunn and stuff like that. You'll see him.
he asked how's the boycotting going.
Yeah, he
To
he
who?
had posted that. He made fun of us when he was probably in the beginning of Peacemaker, and then he was like, "Oh, how's that boycotting going?" And he puts ha 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 ha, and then he went and deleted it. And then like a lot of people were able to get that picture. That's why I posted on the things when you see it, because
All
he
I
was
heard was
making
the
fun of us.
rumors about that some guy tore Henry Cavill's Superman suit.
Oh yeah, that
Even
was this dude, David Cornsweet and some other guy. I don't even know who the other guy is.
they
I
did
looked
that on
through him. So
purpose, right?
of course they did that on purpose. Yeah, and supposedly that was the original first suit that Zack had made for Superman. So that tells you, yo, you had, because I get it. They don't just make one costume. They probably make 30 costumes. But out of all of the 30, he's gonna go to the first original one and destroy it. Yeah, you did that on purpose. And just like that, we to the fans will not forgive and forget when your movie comes out on next year and we go and watch everything else instead of Superman. That movie's going to tank. I don't
You
care
know
what
what I should
anybody
do is
says.
just I should post a video of me buying the David Cornball sweatshirt, Superman shirt, the small one. See if
Yeah,
I can try it on, and then tore it
that
up
would
and
be
see
funny,
like, oh
man.
hey, sorry, I guess I bought the wrong size.
Yeah, exactly. You see, it's crazy. Like the other day, I went into I think it's Hot Topics, the one that's usually in the malls. Yeah, I think it's Hot Topics,
Yeah,
and it's crazy because they had all these Superman shirts from James Gunn overstocked. All the other T-shirts, because they have graphic T-shirts. Everything else was like low on stock, pretty much running out. And I was like, let me just see what they have. Everything on Superman was stocked. Everything, nothing has sold. I was like, wow, like not even one sold, like that was crazy, and I was like, they're
and
forcefully trying
those
to.
McFarlane figures when that comes out, it's gonna look bad too.
Of
No one's
course
gonna
those
buy
things
it.
are going to go straight to Ollie's and Ross, man. Clearance, they're going to get on clearance big time, big time, and I can't wait. And I still won't buy them at clearance. It's crazy.
They should make a McFarlane figure where he has his underwear all the way high up to his chest or something.
That'd be funny, man.
That
I'm
I
sure
would
somebody's
buy
gonna
that.
customize that. You imagine that, the big diaper?
I would actually buy that. That'd be
That would be completely hilarious, man, to see that. But it's crazy, like going back to this topic. It's like everybody's already starting to promote Fantastic Four, Jurassic World, whatever else is coming around that time. But Superman, nothing, nothing, no update, no nothing. James Gunn, he's supposed to be the face of his company, right? Of this company and his brand, and he has no face to show. He doesn't. That tells you everything. He doesn't believe in his own product. That right there tells you that he's
this
not.
is probably Lois Lane is the main character of the
Of
movie, huh?
course, I'm telling you, there's people that supposedly saw it over the summer, and they spoke about that. But notice how it's been quiet, and they had said that they saw that, and that yeah, that
And they
James
had no
Gunn is.
chemistry.
I don't know about the chemistry part, but I do know that from what people were saying is that they were saying that Lois is going to be the main center of attention. Superman's going to be on the side. So in other words, they're pushing this whole woke feminist movement again, and Superman's going to be on the side. So Lois is the one that's going to be the main center of attention in this movie. So that
Of
tells you
course.
everything. Yeah, of course, and that's crazy.
Probably
So it's
Hot
why I
Girl
mean,
too.
probably too. I wouldn't be surprised. It's just
And the
it's
engineer.
starting off bad. It's really starting off bad, And then you got these James Gunn cultist fans that they talk all this crap saying, "Oh well, James Gunn's here to save it." No, he's not. He's here to sink it more than what it is, and I'm here
Save
for
what?
it. It's like it's wild,
And you
man.
get idiots like John Campion making excuses saying it's going to be okay if it flops.
Yeah, and that's what I've been saying. Remember, I said that I called it a while ago, over a year ago. I said they're gonna come out with excuses and say, "Oh, it's okay. Flops are now
I really hope
acceptable."
I really hope Trump deports his ass back to Canada. Like,
It's gonna be it's gonna be wild, man. Honestly, this whole thing it's just crazy how things have gotten out of control. You know, like this studio is in deep
oh,
trouble.
did you see people upset online about how Venom is doing well at the box office, but
Yeah,
they're
because they
upset
don't
that
want quality.
Transformers One didn't do well?
Yeah, people are. That's what I'm saying. People are upset. They're triggered about that.
Because
You
I
know, and
noticed those people who are defending Transformers One are the same people who are excited for James Gunn's Superman.
yeah, they're the same type
If
of
they,
fans.
let that sink in. If Transformers One flopped, and you've seen all these people online who are supporting James Gunn's Superman are the same people who wanted Transformers One to do well, what does that
Yeah,
tell you? That these
that
people
tells you
are in a
everything.
minority.
Exactly. It's nothing.
I
You
just
know,
can't
that's why
wait to
I'm like,
see his Superman flop just like Transformers One.
we're gonna see them, all of them flop. You know,
Heck,
that's another thing
even
too.
the Joker too made at least $200. Like it made its budget back.
That's crazy, man. And you notice how quick Joker 2 went to streaming? Less than 30 days. Pretty
Yeah.
much the 30-day mark or something like that. We're going
Mhm.
to make Superman. Let me repeat that, especially to all the James Gunn cultist followers. We're going to make Superman go straight to streaming less
This
than 30 days.
same with Transformers One.
Look at Transformers 1, same thing. It's terrible.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Not everything works. That's what people need to understand. That's why when I talk about Zack Snyder, David Ayer, Michael Bay, Mark Webb, this is quality we're talking about. Quality directors. But then you got, of course, the woke followers and all those type of fans that they don't like quality because you're not pushing their agenda, and that's where the problem comes into play because they want to push and promote whatever crap they have, but they don't look at it's the quality in the movie we want to see. Remember when everybody was complaining about, oh well, Justice League, this and that and blah blah. All right, whatever. Now we have Zack Snyder's Justice League, and then now what do you have? People like John Campia, oh, it was good. Of course it was good. We knew it was going to be good. But then you have other fans that are saying and crying, "Oh, it's too long. 4 hours is too much. 4 hours is too much. Get out of here, man. Come on." That's pathetic. And then you have the same ones crying and complaining, saying, "Oh, well, Rebel Moon sucked." All right, that's a PG-13. You're not happy. We got something for
But
you.
yeah,
Here's the
here's Zack
R-rated.
Snyder coming back to make another movie for Netflix.
Yeah, and then it's like, look, here's the R-rated for Rebel Moon 1 and 2. Oh, it's not good. It's still not good. Oh, so you're just a picky fan. And now, like you said, now we're getting more content because it's going to be
Because it
the
doesn't
edit
have
and the
good
meat and
writing.
whatever.
It's like, bitch, we're not here to watch a movie for the writing. We're here to watch it for as a good movie. It's like
Yeah, the
if I want
entertainment.
something that just has good writing, I would just go read a novel. Like
Yeah, it's crazy, man. That's why I'm like, man, you know what? Some of these fans, honestly, there's no way to please them.
good writing,
And
good
it's
writing.
wild. Like, look, while we're on this topic, too. All right, look, changing the subject, but still
Even
staying on
movies that
DC.
are well written can still end up being sucky, like being crap on the big screen.
Yeah. Like,
It's just
look,
the execution doesn't work or translate well.
yeah, not everything works. Like, look, check
Yeah.
this out. All right, the McFarlane set. You saw that, right? The one with the Murray.
Yeah.
Okay. $250 for this. Give me your
Yeah, that's
honest opinion on
outrageous.
that. What do you think of that?
That's outrageous. I'm not paying for that. I would
Mm,
just rather spend that money on the Ben Affleck statue,
exactly.
but I didn't
That's what
even
I'm
buy
like.
that because that was just too much.
Yeah, it's too much, of course. The ones that can. Certain things I'm pick and choose. But this right here, $250. Why? What? Because it has foil on the outside and all these small pointless accessories that I'm probably never gonna use. All I want is
Does
just
it
the
glow in
Joker
the
figure.
dark?
Nope, it doesn't even glow in the dark or anything. That's what I'm saying. This is just, and another thing too that people are saying is that this is just WB trying to capitalize on the loss of Joker 2. I'm not supporting this, and I encourage everybody not to support this
Nah.
because you support this, you're part of the problem because you're saying to WB, hey, if you want, charge $1,000 and then we'll still buy it. No, don't do that. Don't send a
That's
message to
retarded.
them. Boycott all this. You have to boycott it. Send a financial message. Hey, we're not gonna put up with your crap, and we're not gonna tolerate this. I'm a fan, but I'm not gonna buy this just because I like Joker. I'm not gonna buy it. I'll wait for the single release when they release Joker later on, because we know McFarlane's gonna do that. When these
I'll
things
wait. I'll
don't
just
sell,
wait. I'll wait until they release a figure of Jared Leto's Joker.
And supposedly that's coming in wave two. They're gonna be bringing a Joker. They're gonna be bringing the Parademons. They're gonna be bringing, I forgot now who else. I read it somewhere, and apparently they're gonna be doing that for wave two. I think there's a Mara also in there, and one
Deathstroke.
more. I'm not sure about Deathstroke. Hopefully it'll be nice. It would be nice. But it's wild, and it's like WB thinks that they can get away with us and just price gouge us, scalp us, and some fans are gonna pay for this. But I'm gonna be honest with you, those
Nope.
fans that support this, you're part of the problem because you're allowing these companies like McFarlane, Hasbro, Mattel. Look, when Mattel did that crowdfunding for that Jurassic World, the green T Rex or the T Rex, the bull T Rex, it didn't work. It flopped. It flopped. Nobody supported it because they were taxing everybody. Now everybody comes out and supports Hasbro with the HasLab projects, and I get it. They're limited editions. There's certain things that, but stop feeding these corporations. Hasbro, Mattel, McFarlane, they have the money to put out these products and sell it so everybody can be available. But they're just trying to pick and choose because they're like, well, we know the fans are going to pay for it. Stop supporting it. That's the problem. If you stop supporting it, then these companies are going to be forced to make this available for everybody. And it's like, why are you going to pay $250 for this? Why? All I want is the Joker figure. I don't need everything else. Who asked for Murray? Nobody wants Murray. And then they give him a gun that just says a pow. Come on. If you're going to do it right. See what I'm saying? It's like they pick and choose what's good and what's not. But then they put out products for the Suicide Squad. And that's okay, right? See what I'm saying? It's like the hypocrisy of the studio.
Exactly.
It's crazy, man.
$250 for that? No, fuck
Yeah.
that.
That
That's
would be
retarded.
nuts.
I don't. I
That,
wouldn't
that,
even buy it if it was cheap. It just doesn't. That's not appealing to me.
nah, honestly, I'm just not interested. Honestly, this is ridiculous.
I
I
just
mean,
feel
look
like
at
McFarlane, they do a good job with certain things, but it's just like they try to make figures on like almost little everything that just like it's just random. It's just like why? It's like
yeah,
that doesn't look cool. It's like obviously the cool stuff is like if it's a single figure from like a popular movie, yeah.
yeah,
It's like I don't get like why. First off, like why make this? Like you know,
yeah.
I don't get it. It's just random.
Let me just respond real quick to everybody. All right, so I see the comments. Let me just say it. I'm down to do collabs with pretty much anybody, and I've reached out to some of these content creators, but some of them don't want to do anything or they just dodge me or whatever. So it is what it is. But I just want to make y'all aware of it and stuff. I have reached out to many of them. Some don't reply back. Some just don't want to do collabs, but then they go and collab with somebody else. So picking and choosing, I guess. I don't know. I guess I just keep it too real. So it's all good though. But it's crazy. It's like
Have you reached out
what
to Aaron Fisher?
I reached out to him multiple times, never get a response, and then when I do, it's always like, oh, when I have time. So that tells you everything.
Yeah.
I've hit him up on Twitter, on here. He did a live stream. Till this day, nothing. So just so you guys know where we stand at. I'm trying and I'm doing everything that I can, but if you guys message them, probably they'll take notice and they'll probably see. So.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this whole thing, man, it's just ridiculous, man. Honestly, this studio is just a joke, and most of the supporters that are trying to support it, it's just completely a circus. And
Yeah.
like I said, I don't have sympathy for this company anymore. Honestly, I don't. They just need to sell the whole studio completely, sell everything,
Yep.
and that's it. And honestly, I don't see Netflix buying them just because.
Honestly, it's just like I want to ask David Zaslav, like, hey, have you ever tried reaching out and talking to Zack Snyder about finishing the story arc that he tried to set up? You know, I just want to know what his opinion is on Zack and his movies.
Supposedly he likes them, he likes his work, but you know what? Let's be real. In the end, it's all about money. If you can't afford to pay or cover something,
Was
there's so much that you could do.
I think it's because it's like Zaslav. It's like, yeah, I remember when he, before he first started, he's like, yeah, I want to do a 10-year plan like what Marvel did, you know?
Yeah,
But it's like, but it's like, okay, that sounds cool on paper, but it's like, us fans, it's like, we don't care about having a 10-year plan. We just want good story, you know?
yeah.
It's like, why do you always have to try to make everything like Marvel?
Thank you. Exactly.
It's
And
like,
that's the problem that also Transformers had because they wanted to do the Marvel formula. Not everything works with the Marvel formula. People
yeah,
need to wake up and realize not everything is owned and not everything is
that's
Marvel.
just like basic surface level looking at things, you know?
Uh,
Try to do a deep dive on like what makes DC more appealing to people and like what makes him more stand out from Marvel, you know?
yeah.
Not just because like, oh, they're superheroes, you know, just like Marvel as superheroes. We can do the same thing as them, you know? It's like,
Yep.
no, that's just like a one like a closed-minded tunnel vision looking at things, you know?
Yeah.
It's like just because they're superheroes doesn't mean they work like the same way as Marvel does.
Yeah. It's crazy. That's why
It's
I'm
like I
like,
get they
man.
want to make big bucks, but it's just like copying them is just not going to do it.
But look, if WB would have stuck and just let Zach do everything that he wanted to do, how he was going to do it, that's the problem with everybody now. Like I'm gonna say how it is. Everybody's impatient because the Marvel formula has corrupted everybody's minds. And everybody thinks that everything has to connect like Marvel. Give it time. Look, there was another rumor that's coming out too. I forgot. Apparently, they're gonna be doing a Lex Luthor, a young version of him for the Superman. All right. So how come that's not a problem and people are not complaining, but it's a problem when we get a young Lex with Batman versus Superman that he still has hair before he gets the bald official Lex Luthor look. How come everybody has a problem with that? But then you go and see the comics that Zach is focused on, there is a Lex Luthor with long hair. And it's like, yo, like why is everybody tripping out about it? Give it time. It's setting up. You can't just rush it. That's the problem that WB had with Batman versus Superman. If they would have done Man of Steel, then do Ben Affleck's Batman, then do Man of Steel 2, then do Batman versus Superman, it would have set up and it would have made sense. But WB was in a rush trying to get that Marvel money, and then they did what they did with Batman versus Superman, which I'm still happy with. But we would have been able to get Ben Affleck's movie because remember that was in the works. But then of
Exactly.
course WB was in the rush to try to be like Marvel, still to this day trying to be like Marvel. And instead of them making money like Marvel, all they're doing is losing money. And it's crazy. I'm like, it's been over 10 years and you guys still can't get phase one right. When are you going to
I
learn?
know.
It's
And then
like
now it's like you're resorting. Now you have to reboot and start over again. It's like
reboot. Exactly. It's like there's two reboots
When
going
Marvel
on
didn't
right
even
now.
have to reboot.
If you think about it, there's two reboots going on right now at the same time at DC. Ridiculous. You have Matt Reeves that's rebooting Batman because, of course, it's the Batman, which originally that was going to be for Ben Affleck. We already know that. And then now you have James Gunn's Batman, Brave and the Bold, that's going to be coming up soon, if we even get that far. So you think that they're going to be having two Batmans promoting at the same time? No. One or the other is going to get screwed. And I know that Matt Reeves is about to get screwed by James Gunn. And look at that. They're working together on that dynamic duo. So now you have James Gunn working with Matt Reeves on that project. What's going to come from that? For sure, they're going to have conflicts because of director, creative, whatever vision you want to say. And they're both going to be like, well, I want to do this. No, I want to do that. Well, if you don't do it, I'm the head of DC. So if you don't do it, then I'm still going to do it without you, or you could step aside and you're going to have to step down. I'm telling you, they're heating up already. Things are heating up. And it's funny. It's
That would have worked if they had utilized the multiverse, but
Thank
they
you.
don't even want to do that.
They don't want to do it. That's what I'm saying. They could have been capitalizing big. DC has the biggest IPs, best characters, big ideas, but they just throw it up in the air, and then Marvel comes, picks it up, and runs away with the idea because they beat it to them with No Way Home. And then we got the Flash, which it wasn't even the proper Flash we wanted. I'm like, you have Ben Affleck, you got one Batman. You brought in George Clooney, that's another Batman. You have Robert Pattinson that he's out there somewhere. Bring him in. That would have been three. You still have these other ones, Christian Bale, that apparently he wanted to be in it, but then they changed it. Of course, they couldn't afford him. That's the problem. That's why we didn't get these characters and these people, because WB is so broke. They don't have the money like they used to anymore.
Well, it's funny with
And
the Flash. It's like they were trying to do Flashpoint, but also do X-Men Days of Future Past. Like, I don't know. Just that movie didn't make sense to me.
yeah,
If anything, like Zack was going to do a Flashpoint movie with Justice League 3. We know that
it,
Jay Oliver, who made that awesome animated movie, wasn't had like mentioned that yet. Like he was going to be involved, and he was gonna, yeah, that was what Justice League 3 was going to be. Where it was revealed that the Reverse Flash guy was going to be
yeah,
the main villain.
yeah. It's wild, you know. Like I'm, look, words can't even say anymore how exhausted I am with this studio. You know, it's like you had to literally dig deep into your thoughts to pull something that makes sense, because it's just the studio is all over the place. It literally is. This studio needs a massive haul, a massive cleanup, and most of all, it just needs to go back and continue where it left off. And it's easy as that. Just bring in Zack Snyder, let him do his thing, continue his vision. Same thing with David Ayer. Let him do what he wants to do. Let him do what they were going to be working on.
I
And
know,
that's
like a lot of us fans also were really hoping to see Zach do a live action. He was going to do a live action Watchmen crossover with the DC universe, right?
oh, that's interesting. I didn't know he
And I
wanted to
bet
do.
you that's where Jeff Johns stole the idea of Doomsday Clock from.
Oh, probably.
If you read Doomsday Clock, you would probably be like, this is something that seems like Zack Snyder was going to do, but
Yeah.
wanted to do. But it seems like it's kind of fishy knowing how James Gunn is the snake in the grass, right?
Yeah, of
I
course.
bet you he stole all this ideas that he had for Doomsday Clock from Zach.
Yeah. I'm not surprised either. You know, it's like, all right, we already know that with James Gunn, nothing is working. It's not. It's not making money. The Suicide Squad cost them money. Then we have, what is this other one? The Flash cost them money.
Aquaman 2 cost some money.
Aquaman 2,
Even
Blue
the
Beetle,
Batman
the
cost some
Batman,
money.
of course. They all cost them money.
Because
And
keep
look,
saying, I bet you they kept saying like, oh, the budget for that was 200 million. I bet you it costed way more
no, it
than
was
that.
more. It was more than that for sure.
Because
And
like COVID made it delay with all the reshoots. Like
yeah,
the movie was supposed to come out like when again originally?
I
I
think it was
think it was
supposed to come out in
supposed to come out
2020.
in like 2021, but then they pushed it back a whole year.
Yeah, something like that. I think it was originally gonna come out in 2020. That's when we got the whole, COVID thing. They pushed it to 21, didn't work out. They pushed it to 22, nothing. And then that's what we got last year in 23.
Yeah,
And
with all those delays, you that increases the budget.
of course, they have to reshoot. Remember, they
All the
had
reshoots. Yeah.
remember they had also a lot of people. They had Ben Affleck. They had Gal. What we already saw. We had Henry that he was supposed to appear in it, and
Because like the studios they have to rent out these sets where they want to shoot, right, for a
yeah,
certain amount of time,
yeah.
which
This is why
costs
they're
money.
building
But
their own
then,
studios now. That's why now
but
they're building their own studios.
the longer they delay the movie to like get it finished, that means they have to rent out those areas like for longer periods of time,
Yeah, of course.
which means that's going to
Expensive.
cost more money to do.
Of course. Renting out those studios, they're expensive, man. They go by per day, per hour. It
But
depends what you're trying to do.
I bet you the Flash, Aquaman 2, and the Batman, they all three of them costed way more than 200 million.
For sure.
It's funny.
For sure.
It's funny how like each of them kept saying like, oh yeah, the budget for these three movies is 200 million each. It's like, yeah, 200 million is your safe spot, huh?
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's
Yeah,
so
that's something.
stupid.
Yeah,
I bet you they cost probably like 400 million.
most likely. Most likely. And it didn't make the money back. Look at Joker 2. Look how bad that thing did. You
Yeah,
know?
that
I
cost
mean,
like 200 million as well,
to
supposedly.
get Lady Gaga, that was expensive. She's not cheap. She's expensive.
Yeah,
And it's like
and she's
she
not even
did
a good actress.
that, but that's what I'm saying. Like, look, I've been saying it for a while. The Flash brought in Michael Keaton. It didn't save the Flash. That's
Yeah,
Michael Keaton. That proves to you not everything that's nostalgia is going to save it. They should have just stuck with Ben Affleck and just continued with Ben Affleck, It would probably done better.
A lot of people
It,
also like to use the excuse that Ezra Miller was the reason why people didn't go see him. I'm like,
it's
most
not
general
that.
audience people don't even know who Ezra Miller is, and or
Yeah,
don't even like know of all the shit he was doing behind the scenes in public. You know,
right. And it's like to me, it's like I don't care
only
what's
only
going on.
us fans who follow this stuff know what he did, but
Yeah,
we're in a minority.
you know.
The
And then
general
the same
audience,
thing with
they don't know any of that stuff.
yeah. And look at the same thing with Lady Gaga. They thought that by bringing in Lady Gaga it was going to save the movie. It didn't save the movie.
No,
That's what I'm telling you. Not everything works. Sometimes some things should not be allowed, and that was one of them. I don't know who said in in the creative side, "Hey, let's bring in Lady Gaga." All you're gonna do is first. I would have been like, "How much is that gonna cost us?" You know? Oh, it's
and
gonna
I know a
no.
lot of people didn't even like the first Joker movie.
Nah, I mean the thing is with the first, I like the first Joker movie. It's very difficult to understand if you don't see the point of view from where that person is coming from. Meaning, how did you like it or not really?
I liked it at first, but then as the more I watch it, the less I start to like it. It's just it's like it's a I know what it was trying to do. Like for that aspect was good, but it's just like it's not. That's not what the Joker is, though. If
Right?
you read
Yeah,
the comics, that this is
yeah.
nothing like the Joker.
It's
So
not,
it's
and
like
he
to
even
me, it
tried to
just didn't
sell
make
it
sense. Why did they even call it the Joker?
just to cash in with the name. That's all. Same
Yeah,
thing with Robert
exactly.
Pattinson's Batman. You know, like that's not Batman to me. You
And I
know,
think
it's
most
not.
general audiences they saw it just because of the name, but then when they saw it, they're like, "This
Yeah,
is
they
a
were like,
very like depressing, boring movie." It's like I don't want to.
like
It's like I don't want to watch this again. Especially, I don't even want to see a sequel to this. You know.
yeah. That's why I was
And
like, you know what, they should have left it as is.
and then it's like most people also liked Jared Leto's Joker from the first
Thank you.
Suicide Squad. They
That's what
wanted
they
to
should
see
have
more
done.
of him.
That's what we were supposed to get originally. Remember, we were supposed to get that with Harley, and then
Yeah.
they went
So
with Birds
they
of
went
Prey.
into this thinking like maybe this is like Jared Leto's Joker, but it's not.
Nope.
And so that it just the more it's like this you're confusing the general audience with all these different character like the same different versions of these same characters, you know?
Yeah.
Because but like because it's like people are still expecting like Ben Affleck's Batman, but then they go see Robert Pattinson, they're like, "Wait, is this supposed to be Ben Affleck's Batman or not?"
You
At a
see, that's
younger
what I'm
age?
saying. Yeah, that's what the whole studio is just confusing everybody.
Yeah.
Everything is just confusion upon more confusion, and it's like at this point, it's just completely a circus. You know, it's like you have this Batman, but it's not that Batman. That one's connected, but this one's not. That one's from this time. This one, people don't have time for that. When I go
And then it's
watch a
like,
movie, I
okay,
don't have
so
time for
like
that.
same with the Joker. Like, wait, this Joker is not the same Joker from the first Suicide Squad.
Yeah, exactly. You know, and then that's why we don't see him in the second one. So it's like because of James Gunn. James Gunn doesn't like Jared Leto in real life. They don't get along. They have personal
Yeah,
problems, and he's admitted it. Joker, I mean not Joker. James Gunn has said it that he doesn't like Jared Leto.
and it's the
So
same
that's
thing. They went to go see Black Adam because of Henry Cavill's cameo, but then
exactly.
that doesn't lead anywhere. And then they're rebooting with a different actor, and people are just like, general audience are like, wait, they're rebooting Superman,
Yeah,
but didn't weren't they setting him up at the end of Black Adam to come back?
you see,
What's
there you
going
go.
on?
That's what the whole
Why are they
confusion comes
rebooting?
from. That's what happens with this whole confusion in the studio. You know.
It's like general audiences are fucking fed up with reboots, you know?
Yeah, we're
Especially
tired.
reboots where you didn't finish the previous universe.
Yeah,
You know,
that's
it's like why are you rebooting already? When I was already invested with what you guys were trying to do the first universe, which you didn't even finish, you know?
yeah. That's why
So it's like why should I give this studio a second chance to do another reboot if they're not going to finish it, you know?
yeah, well, that's not. It's completely ridiculous, man. Like words can't even describe how lost this company is. It's a lost cause, honestly. It really is. It just needs a good leadership that has balls, and they're not afraid to do what they're supposed to. Because the thing is with WB is that they're scared of Rotten Tomatoes and their reviews and all these woke
Yeah.
chill people that they ain't shit. There ain't nobody.
And they
Stop
can't, and
catering to
they
this
listen to all this stupid feedback on Twitter,
yeah, like do what you're supposed to do. Keep it
YouTube.
dark. If the vision is dark, keep it dark. I don't want to see a happy, cheerful Superman. What the hell with the underwear on the outside? It's 2025 in 2 months. Why do I want to see a guy in underwear, flying around and helping animals and being all positive? No, I don't want that stupidity. Completely
Yeah.
dumb. It's dumb. That's why I like what Zach did. He gave us characters that they were still, like comic book related. They weren't taken that serious like Christopher Nolan, but it still felt like a comic movie. It was
They were more
entertaining.
mythological.
Yeah, it was more entertaining. And the thing is that all that creativity, fans that are like Marvel, hardcore Marvel fans, all those shows, they can't understand quality. It bothers them. That's why they get mad because it doesn't push an agenda. It doesn't push some type of ism. It's like get out of here with that crap. Nobody got time for that shit
Exactly.
no more. You
But it
know?
also they want that like they want that escapism, like
Yeah,
they to
it's
the
like
max. Like I get
no.
it, we all want escapism, but it's like it doesn't mean just because you want something that's made for escapism doesn't mean it has to be stupid either,
Yeah.
or dumbed down.
It's completely ridiculous. I'm like, man, this is just dumb. This is why I like Zach. This is why I like Michael Bay. A lot of people talk so much shit to me and tell me, oh, but when Michael Bay is just, like pointless things and this and that and just
Yeah.
size robots. That's exactly what I like. That's what I enjoyed. That's what I want more of. That's what I was giving my money to. Not this new garbage.
You
Transformers
know,
1, I'm glad it flopped, honestly. I'm a Transformers
it's
fan,
funny,
but
it's
shit,
because
I'm tired of this G1.
it's funny, it's because I went to Universal a couple months ago with a couple friends,
Yeah.
and I was taking it. We were going out with these two girls too, and they really they really love the Michael Bay Transformers ride over there.
Right. Yeah. It's
They said
badass.
that was like one of their favorite rides there because they'd never been to Universal before.
That's the ride that I ride like probably 3 times back to back as soon as I hit that park. I
That just
always go
that should just
straight
tell
to
you
that.
that they still like the Michael Bay stuff.
Of course, but the thing is, of course, like I've been saying, unfortunately, politics has a big influence here in the States. And the thing
Yeah.
is, when you have all this woke agenda movement, and most of the people are following that trash because that's what it is. Let's call it how it is. It's trash. Everybody's like,
Yeah.
well, follow the blind leader or whatever you want to call it. It's like, yo, no, man. Like, come on, wake up. It's all stupidity. Nobody cares about that crap. I don't need these heroes telling me, hey, look, I prefer this and I prefer that. I want to be called this. I want to be called that. I like this and I like that. No, you know what I want to see? I want to see Optimus Prime ripping off heads like he did to Megatron and Sentinel in Dark of the Moon. I want to
Yeah.
see Optimus Prime kicking ass because these people, I mean, these robots are at war. I don't want to see a peaceful Optimus Prime. Oh, let's talk it out so we can make peace. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to see Batman. Yo, let me knock on the Penguin's iceberg lounge. Hey, Penguin, you're in there? Let's have a conversation. Get the fuck out of here. I want to see Batman crash with his bat plane and his freaking Batmobile through the freaking wall and freaking just start hammering
Yeah, I
things down.
want to see that warehouse scene.
Yes, I want to see that badass. That's what I want to see. And the problem with today's society is that everybody's with this woke mentality that let's talk it over. Sometimes you don't have to talk things over. Sometimes you just got to give them a good
Because
here, a kick in the ass
I do.
and wake up.
We could have, if they had made that Ben Affleck movie with Deathstroke, we could have seen a warehouse scene similar to that, where both Batman and Deathstroke are fighting against each other. But we also could have probably seen them like fight alongside each other against like all these other, uh, like criminals trying to go after them and shit.
Yeah, and that's what it
And
is. They're criminals. You're not gonna be like, you're a criminal. Let me go easy on you. Hell no. I want to see how Batman beats the pulp out of that criminal because it's
yeah,
screw it, just do it. That's what you have to do. And it's like I'm so sick and tired of
and
all
I'm
this
sick and tired of them
agenda.
using this no kill rule shit. It's like,
Yeah, it's like damn
who
man,
gives a
like
fuck?
exactly. He has to do what he has to do. You're gonna tell me that Robert Pattinson's Batman isn't killing out their motherfuckers with a batarang? Come on, that's a freaking batarang. Let's analyze a batarang. A piece of metal that's carved into sharp edges as a bat. And you're gonna throw that at somebody at full speed. Imagine that thing's coming at you at 5 miles per hour. You think that's not gonna knock you out? That's probably gonna kill you. And that's the problem. People are like, oh,
Exactly.
there's no kill, though, this and that. Shut up. Batman has to do what he has to do with these criminals. That's what they are. They're criminals. Instead, they want to give us a sleepy Batman that he barely can talk. And let me go knock on Penguin's iceberg lounge. Are you there, Penguin? Let me schedule an appointment so we can go ahead and talk about it instead of
They can't
fighting.
even
Get out of
understand
here, man. Can't
Spanish either.
understand. I'm stupid. It's like, come on. Ridiculous, man.
And you see him going chasing the penguin on the freeway and having him flip his car. Like, like 20 feet in the air and shit, and then it's like somehow
Yeah,
he comes out all unscathed. Like that's
right.
not
Like nothing
realistic.
happened to him. Come on, man. Let's be
He
real.
would be dead.
Yeah, of course. It's like, come on, man. It's like,
It's like you're trying. They literally Matt Reeves was trying to insult my intelligence with that movie.
it's
That's
like,
literally, especially when he had that scene where the bomb is blowing up right in front of his face, and
right.
he's just knocked out and perfectly fine. You know.
But look at the hypocrisy of the studio. But it's okay for James Gunn to go ahead and do the opening scene of the Suicide Squad, where the helicopter propeller goes and like goes off rail and it kills all these people, right, with the blade. And it's okay
Yeah.
for this one to get his head exploded, and this one for yo, it's crazy. That's okay, right? That's fine because it's James Gunn. But it's a no. You can't do that with Zack Snyder, right? That's a problem. That's a problem. With Zack Snyder's a problem. With David Ayer's a problem, right? Come on, man. Get out of here with that.
Exactly. Especially even in the first Wonder Woman movie, you see Diana going killing all these soldiers.
Yeah.
So I'm like, why was it okay for Patty Jenkins to do it in the first movie, but it wasn't okay for Zach?
Yeah. It's true. Look, like one of the comments, Captain Boomerang, they did him dirty. They did Captain Boomerang dirty. And that was just James Gunn saying, you know what? I'm gonna destroy what David Ayer created. And that's what he did with Boomerang. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
what the hell? Why would you do that? Look at what they did to Rick Flag. Come on, man. You're killing off all these characters that David Ayer had brought in. If it wasn't for David Ayer, there would be no The Suicide Squad.
Of
Because
course,
now
the
we
only
have
one he
Amanda
keeps alive
Waller.
is Harley Quinn.
And that's the only one. Her and Amanda Waller. They're both alive. And then of course he's trying to move things and trying to push us to accept Peacemaker.
Because of a woke
Like,
agenda.
man, yeah, exactly. That's the whole thing. That's the problem with them. It's ridiculous. And look,
So
it's
dumb.
true. Look at what Sergeant is saying. Keaton and Kilmer both killed various they killed villains as Batman. That's true. Batman had to do what he had to do. When he
Yeah.
set that clown, where was the when he came in Batman Returns with the Batmobile and he lit up that devil clown on fire? Come on, that you
Yeah.
got over third degree burns on that one. That dude's toasted for sure. And then of course what he did with the guy with the fat dude that with that he had the bomb on the waist and then he throws him into the sewer and then it goes off. Of course, come on, you think he survived that? Thing went
I know.
off. It's like, come on, man. Come on. Like this is the hypocrisy of some fans. It just pisses me off, but it makes me laugh at the same time because they like to pick and choose. Oh, that's okay, but this is not. It's a problem when Zack Snyder does it. It's a problem when David Ayer does it, but it's okay and it's acceptable with James Gunn, right? Get out of here with that,
And they
man.
say we Snyder fans are the one mentally deranged people for calling out their hypocrisy.
Yeah,
You know how
it's
fucking stupid
crazy.
that is?
Exactly. Look at what look at what Pedro's putting. He's like Mr. Freeze killed by freezing. Exactly. He's taking out all these cops by freezing them. Those are sub-zero degrees. But that's not a problem, right? That's fine. I mean, because it's Mr. Freeze. Come on, man. See what I'm saying? I'm like, come on. It's crazy. It's crazy. I like the comments. I like what people are posting and stuff. That's it's straight up fire. All right, so let's see what DC73 says. What's up, CS? That no kill rule is the stupidest thing I have ever heard here in the UK. We have a lot of one punch killers. Sometimes laying into people on Arkham games. I look down. Yeah, that's what it is. That whole that Batman doesn't kill. That's probably in the 50s and the 60s and probably in the early 70s. But from then on, Batman has to do what he has to do. That's what it is. That's
That
not.
no kill rule shit doesn't even work in live action. I'm
It
sorry.
doesn't. It doesn't.
Even Christopher Nolan had Batman kill.
Even he had him. It's like he didn't want to, but he had to do what he had to do. It's
Yeah.
like, come on, man. Let's be real.
Especially in the Dark Knight when he rams that fucking garbage truck with the Batmobile and then that fucking
Oh yeah,
literally cracks that guy's skull
for
up in the
sure.
roof.
Yeah, I mean, he just got a little concussion, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty
Or he
wild.
basically killed all the League of Shadows.
Yeah, exactly. He literally left him alive, and the whole building came down and just caught on fire. That's okay, right? I mean, he didn't do anything, right? Come on.
Yeah.
It's crazy, man. It's completely and it's just I don't know. It's like Batman has to do what he has to do.
I
Superman
really
has
don't
to
see how WB can listen to these fucking morons.
because that's the thing. WB is probably ran by a
They're like
bunch of
they're like,
stupid people.
oh wait, Batman doesn't have a no kill rule. What What? I thought we all the past Batman movies he was killing. Why is it all of a sudden now? It's a problem. Oh,
It's a
okay,
problem
fans,
all
we'll
of a
listen
sudden.
to you. We'll just not have Batman kill anymore. We'll just tell Zack Snyder he did it wrong.
Yeah, that's it. And they like to blame everybody else but themselves. This is why
And I
I'm
bet you
happy.
Zack is just like, what the fuck? This is
Yeah.
retarded.
You imagine them? They just probably laugh at it. They're like, I don't know, like what the hell? It's like,
I
what
can
does this?
imagine in those meetings, like probably they literally called Zack in their office. It's like, Zack, we gotten feedback from the fans complaining about you having Batman kill. Well, it's like, why would you do that?
Oh man,
And
it's
Zack's
crazy.
probably like what? This is so stupid.
That's like that's like telling what's his James Cameron, hey, you can't have the Terminator do what he does. What? Come on, man. Let's get out of here. What the Terminator's gonna do? Let's talk it over. Come on, or Rambo. Come on,
Hand
man.
flowers. Yeah,
That would be completely ridiculous to see. It's like, and again, because everybody has the Marvel formula, it's just embedded in everybody's mind right now, and it's crazy. Everybody thinks that everything has to be like the Avengers. Everything has to set up and connect like that. No,
I know,
everybody
right?
can do a thing different.
When especially when the Avengers is not even like that good. Have you tried to go back and rewatch them?
The old, if you want to say like leading up to Endgame, it was good. After that, I'm not interested. I
No, the
haven't kept
first one.
the first one's still good. I like it. The second one was kind of
It
a
just
little bit.
it's so corny though. It's like,
Yeah, I mean, but that's what Marvel is. They've always been like that. Now
well, I
DC
know, but I'm
has
saying it's
been
like,
the
yeah, the
kid.
first time when it came out, you're like, oh, this is pretty cool because it's like it's nothing. It's like we never seen anything like it before. But then it's like if you try to rewatch it 10 years later, you're like,
Right.
this is
Look
not
at
as good as I remembered it to be.
look,
This
look
is
at look at James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. It came out what in 2020,
yeah,
2021? I don't remember now. It's been like what 3, 4 years. Go back and rewatch that movie. It has not aged well. It's not. It's not going to keep on aging well because of the corny jokes and the pointless stupidity that it has. It's like this is aging bad. Now, if you go back and look at Man of Steel, Batman versus Superman, it's been over
mm-hmm.
10 years, and those movies are like they just came out a year ago. They're still modern. It keeps up with today. The same thing with The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
It's like it doesn't age. It just continues like it just came out the other day. And it's crazy. I'm like, whoa, it's been over like 15 years, and look at where all this quality is at down the drain.
like
Because
fine wine.
yeah, they're aging well, but it's just the studio that has allowed for their own brand to completely gone down the drain. I'm like, what happened? The Joker was right in the Dark Knight. He's like, what happened? Did your balls fall off? That's what happened
They
with
try to no,
WWE.
they try to cater to like the most like common denominator of
Yeah,
audience, if you know what I mean.
yeah, that's crazy. It's wild,
A
man.
minority too, by the way.
Look, while staying on the subject, trying to change it a little bit. This is why I'm doing my comic, because I'm tired of all of this crap. I'm tired of all this agenda. I'm tired of this nonsense. I'm building in my comic, my world. It's gonna be almost like how DC, but of course my own take. Where it's gonna be kind of like not a dark world, but it's gonna be just like, yo, this dude is just tired of all this injustice he's seeing. So something has to be done. I'm sure
Yeah,
there's times that Batman's like, yo, if I don't do it, somebody else is gonna have to do it, and that's what I'm doing in this comic. I'm working on this comic and putting a lot of heart, a lot of effort, a lot of everything into it to be like, you know what? Like, I'm not here to cater no SJW. This is not for SJWs. This is not for no agendas. This is not for no woke anything. This is just badass entertainment. That's it. You want good entertainment? I'm gonna give you that. That's what you're gonna read in my comic. It's not gonna be a little, oh, it's a kiddie, it's for kids, and it's for for everybody. No, it's for a certain crowd. This is for mature people, people that can respect art and understand and relate to what this character is about. It's not just, oh, let me see what Rotten Tomatoes is gonna review, or let me see what this YouTuber is gonna give me as a
yeah. Let me
review.
see
I don't
what
give a
John
shit
Campion.
about them. I don't care about none of them. I just care about what my fans want. When I put this product out, I want what you guys want, so I can give you what you want. Because in the end, that's what we are. We're fans. I want to explore, do what DC should have done. That's what I'm gonna do.
Exactly.
This is why. Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I have the ideas to make a Ben Affleck movie, to make Justice League 2, to make all these movies with David Ayer, everything he was giving us. But I'm not going to put those ideas. I'm just gonna put it into my comic, and build off of that. You know why? To show you this is what they could have done, but I'm doing it. They're not stealing my idea. That's why I'm not talking about it, because I'm not going to give WB any ideas, especially not James Gunn, because I know that they're watching me. I know that they're hearing me. So come on, why should I put the ideas for them to help them? Screw them. Let them keep sinking.
Exactly.
That's how it's got to be.
It's like the same way they did with Zach. They just try to mooch off his ideas.
Yeah, that's all.
But yet
This is why.
they claim to say his ideas were bad, but yet they still want to try to copy them.
But they want to copy. This is why I said I don't trust the Russo brothers with that interview when they were trying, to
Yeah, the Russo
seduce.
hacks.
Yeah, they're trying to seduce Zach with a slice of pizza and say, "Hey, what would you do if you were in this
Yeah,
situation?"
that deep dish didn't even look pretty good.
Nah, it's like, come on, man. I was like, this is an insult. I was like, come on, Zach, don't say it. And I like what Zach said. Don't compromise. And don't compromise means when we have some fans, and I'm sure there's some that are listening or probably about to hear, or who knows, that are like, oh, well, you know what? Continue the Snyderverse in animation. No, hell no, hell no. How
Yeah,
about we
no, why?
continue James Gunn's DCU all in animation? How about we continue the Batman everything what Matt Reeves is doing in animation? Oh, that's not going to be accepted, right? You won't put up with that. That's going to be a big problem. But how come you want Zack Snyder stuff to continue in animation? I'm gonna do what Zack said. Don't compromise. That's it. I'm not gonna sit here and say, yeah, go ahead, let's do it animation style. Hell
Well,
no.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. I bet you, if anything, maybe at some point, like in the past, I bet you WB did try to get Zach back to come back, right?
Yeah.
But I bet you Zach's was like, okay, you want me to come back, but does that mean you're going to give me full creative control? Because I don't want to go through that same bullshit that you guys put me through when we're making Justice League, you know?
Right. Right. Yeah.
And I bet you the studio's like, yeah, no, we want you to come back, but to make the movies the way we want you to make them, you know?
Right. Yeah.
And Zach's like, no, fuck that, you know? It's
No,
like,
for sure.
why can you give James Gunn and Matt Reeves full control on their shit, but you won't give me, you know,
Yep.
you won't give me the same treatment.
That's crazy.
It's because we don't really like you, Zach.
And and it,
We just want to bring you back so we can shut up your fans, you know.
yeah, it's completely it's insane, man. It's like how like does this studio continue?
Which is, to be honest, the studio should give him full creative control back, you know.
Yeah, they need to. They need to. I don't know why it's so wrong for the following. What I'm gonna say. It's okay for James Gunn to do what he's doing under his universe. It's okay for Matt Reeves to do what he's doing under his universe. But there's a problem and there's a big issue, and everybody has to make a big deal when we say restore the Snyderverse, release the air cut. That's a big problem, right? It's like Joker said in The Dark Knight. If I say a mobster is gonna die, nothing happens. But the moment I say this, a little gangbanger is gonna go down, everybody loses their mind. That's the same thing with this. The moment we say restore the Snyderverse, release the air cut, everybody loses their mind. Like why? Why? Because they're scared of greatness. They're scared of quality. That's why. That's the only problem I see. It's not that they don't like what Zach is doing. It's just that they know that Zach is doing and cooking right. That's what they fear. Marvel fears that. DC fears that. WB and the executives fear that. David Zaslav, Peter Safran, James Gunn, they're all jealous and they're envious because Zach has a following of true fans. David Ayer is there too with fans, and we support that. And they can't stand that. James Gunn knows that he's not liked. He knows it. James Gunn knows that nobody likes him. And what he has, his little 1,000 supporters. Meanwhile, Zack Snyder has over 20,000. See the difference? It's like, of course he's going to be envious. And that's the problem with this.
Yeah,
They should just say, you know what? Let's all win together. Let's do this and let's add
it's like
this to it.
WB they want to run their company off of sin, you know,
Yeah,
all
it's
these
like, come
sins.
on. Like, look, I'm gonna be honest. Like I always
They
am.
want to
And
run off on greed and envy.
look, it's okay to run on greed and envy. That's fine. But yo, include us too. What's wrong? You ate and you're still eating off of the Snyderverse. I just got my Batman Armored Batman, and what is it, Wonder Woman from McFarlane Toys, the new ones that just came out. How many people have bought that and it's already shipping and they're arriving? You're still eating off of the Snyder fans. I'm still paying for those products. How come you can't give us what we want? But then you want to milk us because you know we're going to pay. But then you don't want to give us the quality and you don't want to include us on a separate
Because they think we're
timeline.
toxic. That's why.
Oh, but we're not toxic with our money, right? That's the funny part. You see?
It's like
That's
that. What's that bitch? Aaron Sarnoff called us toxic after the
You
Snyder
remember that?
Cut came out.
Yeah. But joke's on her because she's not there anymore and we got the Snyder cut.
It's like that's like the most dumbest thing you can say to your consumers. You know,
Yeah. But
it's
that
like
shows
what does it matter if they're toxic? You know,
every fandom has toxic
your
fans.
job
Star
is
Wars,
not to worry
Jurassic
about if
Park.
they're nice or not toxic to you. Your
Marvel
job is
has
to try to
toxic
get their
fans.
money.
Look, Marvel and Disney has toxic fans. You see it right now. Star Wars. That fandom is
Star Wars
so
has always had
divided.
toxic fans.
But that's what I'm saying. There's always been toxic fans in every fandom and everything. I can't say that I like Bayverse because then I have the G1s coming after me. I can't say I like Jurassic Park because then I have the Jurassic World fans coming after me. I can't say I like the Snyderverse because then you got the James Gunn cults is coming after me. See what I'm saying? It's like I can't say I like the old Avengers MCU because now you have the new generation ones coming after you and saying, "Oh, you're a boomer. You don't know nothing good." What? Make it make sense.
Yeah, you see, it's like all this divide.
That's what I'm saying. If WB would have said, you know what, let's go ahead and do what James Gunn is doing. That's fine. Let's go ahead and do what Matt Reeves is doing. All right, that's cool. You got two directors, two different universes, two different visions, and two different fans. All right, let's make more money. Let's include David Ayer and let's include Zack Snyder. Now you have four fandoms, four directors, four audiences, and four different visions doing different takes. And nothing has to connect, and that's fine. Just let them do their thing. But
But they
here,
don't want that because they
they
just
don't
want
want
one
that.
vision, just like MCU did it.
There you go. They don't want that. So for that, we will continue to get them at the box office because just like I feel, there's many that are out there right now, and they can agree and say, you know what? Yeah, yeah, they're not appreciating me as a customer. So
See,
why should I?
they want to be successful like the MCU. They want to make billions of dollars at the box office, but yet they want to segregate a certain group of fans in the DC fandom, right?
Yeah.
They want to divide everyone, but yet and they only want to cater to a minority, but yet somehow they act so surprised when their movies don't do well. It's like it's
Right.
not. It's like so basically you're basically want to try to like it's like you want to piss off your fandom, but you still expect them to somehow turn up to your movies
Yeah.
after pissing them off.
Yeah.
Like I don't understand that logic.
Crazy. It's crazy. Look, now that you said that you don't understand that logic, it just reminded me of something. Look, I get it. This is a little bit sensitive, but I'm gonna say how I feel. I made a video about it recently. I appreciate what The Rock did with Black Adam. Even though Black Adam is not officially part of the Snyderverse, let's give him credit. You know why? Because the tone, the style, if you take away the jokes and all that stupidity, and the costumes are still in scale, if you want to say, with what Zach was doing and what David Ayer was doing. It had that dark tone, it had that realistic feel. It just felt smooth within the DCEU compared to like the Flash that it was completely a joke and Blue Beetle that it was completely a joke.
Yeah,
Black
sort of.
Adam,
It's sort of like the first Aquaman and
yeah,
Black
you know,
Adam. Kind of.
exactly. So it was its own thing, but if WB would have said, you know what, let's do and let's see what The Rock wants to do, because we were getting things, things were getting on a better path. Because let's look at it from this point of view. Honestly, we have Henry Cavill that, thanks to The Rock, was able to come back. However, and whoever did that, thank them. Let's thank them. Let's be thankful that Henry Cavill was able to make that cameo. We were on the path to greatness because we also now have Amanda Waller that's part of David Ayer's vision into still a new vision that they're doing with Black Adam, still connected within the Snyderverse. So you have two directors, Zack Snyder with Man of Steel, and then you have Amanda Waller, which is Viola Davis from David Ayer. And then now you have this new take, this new whatever they were trying to do with The Rock. That yes, I understand that was still part of the Hamadaverse, but it's better than what we're getting now, and it was still the proper Superman. Shit, I'll be honest with you. I would take Justice League Superman right now over this shitty reboot that they're doing now. And I don't care who gets upset about that. We were better off with Justice League Superman than where we are right now with this shitty reboot that James Gunn is going to give us. This reboot is an embarrassment. Whoever supports that is part of the problem. This is why the studio continues to get sloppier and worse because, oh, well, let's please this crowd. Let's please that crowd. Screw that. Just do what you were doing. And if they want to go with it, they go with it. That's it. Fuck Rotten Tomatoes. Fuck the critics. Fuck everybody that doesn't like it. Just keep going. That's the problem with these executives. They're pussies. They're cowards. They're afraid of all this quality and they don't know how to handle it because now you have the woke people. Oh, let me go on online and talk a bad review. Oh, let me go on this one, talk and leave a negative review. And then you got all these fake YouTubers because I have an opinion. They go and make a video about my damn opinion because they don't agree with my opinion. Since when the fuck did an opinion get so offensive? Why? See what I'm saying? That's the problem with society. And 95% of today's society are so sensitive. This is why I'm glad that this whole woke era is officially over. It's done. I don't care who sits here and tells me otherwise. It's done. Greatness is around the corner and shit's about to change. You have to accept it. All these years, we've been getting good quality. And the moment that things went down south, when WB decided to turn their backs on us, the consumer. This is no longer about the Snyderverse. This is now about the consumer because I am a consumer. I have the money to support WB by watching HBO Max, or I have the power and the money to say I support Netflix. Where am I going to go as a consumer? I'm going to go with Netflix. You know why? Because Netflix cares about me as a consumer and as a fan. And not only that, they know how to cater. Netflix has
That's
everything.
why their stocks are so high too.
Thank you. Netflix stocks are high because Netflix are about making money. Disney's about making money too. But the problem with Disney is that they're just like WB. Oh, we can't put this because then it's going to offend this audience. Oh, we have to push this agenda. Fuck agendas,
Well, that's
fuck everything, and just give quality. That's it. People don't want agendas. People don't want to be lectured in a movie. I don't need a character telling me what to do in my daily life. I know what the fuck I'm supposed to do, like everybody. You know what I want when I watch a movie? I'll tell you right now. When I go to the theaters, this is what I enjoyed. When I would go watch a Transformers from Michael Bay, when I would go see The Amazing Spider-Man 1 and 2, when I went to go see Batman versus Superman, when I went to go see what David Ayer gave us with Suicide Squad, when they give us good qualities. I like to go watch and pay my movie, sit down, everybody shut the fuck up, and let me drown myself in what that director is trying to give me. I don't need to be in the real world and now I have to watch a movie and you have to lecture me like I'm still part of the real world. I want to unplug from reality. I don't want to be in reality at the moment. If you're giving me Avatar, I want to feel that I'm flying with those creatures. If I'm underwater with whatever movie it is, I want to feel that I'm really drowning, thinking that I'm under that water. When I see these animals or monsters coming out and chasing, I want to feel that I'm being stalked by that animal. You know why? Because I want you to capture my imagination. And that's what a lot of us feel like. I'm sure that half or more than half can agree with me with that. If you don't, drop your comments and say otherwise. You know why? Because these movies are supposed to unplug us from reality. I don't want to go to a movie and watch a movie that's going to teach me and lecture me. No, for that, I just go to a normal job, go watch the news, go out to a regular store and deal with all the bullshit that's out there. I want to watch good entertainment. And now we are not getting entertainment. DC is not giving me good entertainment. I am a fan. I am a consumer. The Batman's not giving me my money's worth. The Penguin is not giving me my money's worth. Marvel now is not giving me my money's worth. I want to pay for you to make me feel that I'm part of that world. When I see Jurassic World, I want to feel that I'm really being stalked by that dinosaur. When I'm watching Transformers, I want to feel that I'm part of that outer space scene and you have Optimus going at it with Megatron like if I was really there watching them go at it. I don't want to feel and see, hey, let me have a peaceful Optimus or let me have this peaceful character. No, I don't want to see that. Give me the character how his true vision is. And I don't want you to tell me, hey, this character in this universe was a man, but now it's a woman. Fuck that. I don't care about that. I want to just see good quality. I don't care about no type of messages. I just want to see good entertainment. That's it.
Yep.
And that's the problem with these people nowadays with Hollywood. You know,
That's
it's
the
like,
thing is, I realized, James Gunn being in charge of DC, you're going to get that same type of quality and sort of mentality like with Kathleen Kennedy at Star Wars.
yeah, yeah.
Where, everything is about them. Like Kathleen Kennedy tries to make Star Wars everything about her.
And
And that's
now
what
that you
James
say,
Gunn is doing with DC. He's trying to make everything about him
yeah, yeah. Look, this is
and
this
their
is
egos.
that's another good thing that you're pointing out. Check this out. And let's be real, all right? A lot of people are not happy and they're talking smack about Rebel Moon. And it's not that they don't like, Zach besides that. The fact is, let's be real. To me, this is me. I'm speaking from my opinion. I've said this several times. I know I'm going to piss off some fans, but I don't care. I feel and I prefer Rebel Moon over Star Wars at this moment. The old Star Wars
Yeah,
was
same here.
good. The old one was good. I've never been a Star Wars fan, but I've always respected Star Wars and Star Trek. Not my cup of tea, but I've always respected them. And there's a line you don't cross. And that line has been crossed not by the fans. It's been crossed by the studio, by the executives, the people that run it. You know why? It's like you said, that lady, what's her name? Kathleen Kennedy, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
She has been ruining Star Wars. The moment George Lucas sold what is it, the whole Star Wars brand was the moment that he was like, you know what? I should have never done that. And till this day, he even says it that he regrets selling it. Yeah, you should have never sold it. That's the same thing with the what is this, the TMNT, when you had the original two creators, all right, and how they had the original idea of what the turtles were. They were dark, they were brute, they were badasses. The moment Nickelodeon picked it up and changed it, everything got screwed because now we're gonna make a happy type of Ninja Turtles. We can't do it R-rated because we're gonna cater to kids. I don't care. I want to see how they were in the original comics. They were kicking ass. They were dark. They were brute. The same thing with Batman. I want to see a dark, badass Batman. I don't want to see a depressed Batman, a sad Batman that he's going through emotions. No, I want to see. I get it. Some of these characters are going to put you in that situation, but I don't need that to be completely, you know, I don't need to be fed during the movie that that's what Batman's going. I want to see Batman jump in his Batmobile and he has to take these scumbags down at whatever cost he has to do. That's what these directors were giving us. But the studios have gone soft because you have critics and then you have YouTubers and then you because everybody's a critic now. Everybody's a critic now because they have a YouTube channel with 5 subscribers. They feel that they're entitled to be a critic. No, just talk about what you want. But at the same time, these studios should not let Rotten Tomatoes decide for them. Hey, look, the audience isn't happy with your vision. That's what happens with Transformers because everybody was talking bad about them. And the same thing, it happened with Star Wars. It's happening with Jurassic World, Jurassic Park. It's happening with all these brands. The Fast Saga, the same thing too. When I go watch the Fast Saga, I don't care about what their message is. I get it. It's about family. Good. But the main thing I want to see is cars. That's what it started off as, and that's what it should be focused on. Cars. Don't come here and try to tell your audience, well, you know what? we should go ahead and push this because this and that, it's an agenda. No, I want to see a fast car and how much more ridiculous it can get. You've already taken cars into space. Where else can you take them? Can you time travel? Let's go. I don't care at this point anymore. You know why? Because that brand has allowed for that whole brand to go and be into that level. The same thing with Star Wars. You have Star Wars of today that it's down the drain, not because of the studio. I mean, not the fans. It's because of the studio. The studio has allowed all this to happen. Look at Aliens. We just got that Aliens movie. Freaking amazing. It was good that we finally got a good different take. You know why? It's refreshing. It's good to see that. There was no type of agendas. And if they pushed it, I didn't notice it. See what I'm saying? So I was like, hey, all I care about is seeing these people running around. I want to see these aliens go at it like they're supposed to. And that's it. Entertain me for whatever the movie, how long it is, an hour, 2 hours, whatever. Take my mentality and let my imagination completely flow in whatever your vision is. That's it. That's all we want. We just want good entertainment. But apparently, it's hard for these studios to do it because these studios would rather please Rotten Tomatoes and these critics, and because this YouTuber said that, and it doesn't matter about what their opinions are. You know what matters is you making money, keeping your fans happy, and most of all, keep your investors happy because those investors are going to come back and they're going to give you money for the next project. But look at how bad DC is right now because all they've been doing is trying to cater to the wrong audience and it's finally caught up. And their stocks won't and will not go up with James Gunn.
Exactly.
What
It
do
will
you
not. Instead, it's just going to go down.
It's crazy, you know. It's like I don't know how people keep on defending that James Gunn is the solution. How? The Suicide Squad flopped, and don't give me that COVID excuse.
Because he
No
made
fault.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
He made Guardians of the Galaxy, and that was good because he had Disney backing him up. He doesn't have Disney backing him up right now.
And those movies weren't even that good, though.
For the ones that enjoyed it, good for them. I was like, whatever. I don't care about them. You know, I'm just not into those type of characters. You know, there's like certain
Yeah.
characters from Marvel that I just don't care about. You know, and one of them is the Guardians. I like when they all come together, like for the Avengers in one big, I guess, war scene if you want to see. But when it comes to like their own standalone films, I'm like, I don't care. Like, I don't care about Wanda. I don't care about Doctor Strange. I don't care about the Hulk. Like all these characters, I'm like, all right, I don't really care about y'all. I only care about Iron Man and all right, let's go at it and the Avengers when they all finally team up. You see what I'm saying? It's like, all right, that's all. But it's just wild. And then WB wonders why their stocks are so low, why their fans are so divided. Because you're allowing it. You're allowing all of this. If you gave your fans and you actually took 5 minutes and take feedback from your audience, what do they want? They're gonna tell you what they want. What don't they want? They're gonna tell you what they don't want. But a lot of people can't put up and deal with that. And it's like just give fan service. That's all. What's so hard trying to please the fans? Why are you so, like critical about pleasing Rotten Tomatoes? Who's Rotten Tomatoes? They're nobody. Oh wow, because they write reviews, they're nobody. I don't care about Rotten Tomatoes. I'm gonna watch the movie if it's good. If it's not, it's not. That's it. But we already know what's gonna be expected of Superman. The director doesn't believe in his own product. He doesn't have a trailer out, but he says he has, the trailer ready to go. All right, show us. Don't talk about it. Be about it. And all he's doing is just talking about it. He doesn't go to these events. He should be out there promoting. He's not doing it. In the end, when your movie flops, you'll know why. And fans are tired of it.
Absolutely.
It's wild, man. It's really wild.
Yeah. Anyways, I probably have to get going.
All right, cool, man. Appreciate you
Now
joining.
we've been talking for a while.
Yeah, I know, man. We got a little bit carried away, but that's good though. Sometimes
Yeah.
we need that.
All right, man.
All right,
Thanks
so
for having
catch
me
you on the
on.
next one. Yeah, for sure, man. Appreciate you.
All right. Take care.
Yeah, go for it. All right, y'all. So drop your comments. I'm gonna be reading them, and again, it's crazy. It's just really crazy. It's insane. It's insane. This is why the movie industry is all down the drain right now. No critics for dictatorships on movies. Yep, that's true. That's true. That's true, Mad Max. We will stop at nothing for sure. They know that we will stop at nothing. WB knows it. Yeah, for sure. Gunn knows that he's gonna get booed in Brazil. Yep. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't really boot him off in New York, but it's no surprise. We know how that state runs. So, all right, let's see. Release the air cut, restore Snyderverse. These are the movies I look forward to. Yep, the same here. You know. Yep, that's true. We all fight now. The tougher we meet, unite, and these YouTubers, we're all majority. Yep, we're winning. They know it. They know it. That's why. That's the beauty of it. That's why I like doing these live streams with y'all, because right here we get to talk, we get to vent, all that good stuff. And I'm sure the people from WB and all these people are on the higher ups, if you want to say, they're watching, they're listening. So it's just, we have to keep on doing what we did for the Snyder Cut. We all came together, we made noise, we made it happen, and we have it. That's the beauty part of it. All right. So, but yeah, I'm gonna get going too. I appreciate y'all for watching. I know it's been a little bit over the time, an hour and a half. Amazing. I appreciate y'all for watching all that good stuff. And just keep sharing the videos, and hit the subscribe, hit that notification. Make sure to turn your notifications on, because sometimes when these videos go up, these alerts are not coming out. So you have to have your notification on. That way, or if not, just keep checking the page. I'm trying to post up more content for y'all, and as we get closer towards the end of the year, I'll be putting more content and all that stuff. So everything that I do it for y'all. Here we are growing. We're growing. We're almost at 1,500. I appreciate y'all. As soon as we get to 1,500, I'll be doing that giveaway. So make sure to share the video, all that good stuff. If you're new, hit the subscribe. So you already know the motto: we will stop at nothing. So y'all stay safe. Catch you on the next one. Until next time, peace.